Okay, so the first model we're going to look at is exponential regression. Okay, and so in this one, the questions will specifically say, write the exponential function or the exponential model, okay, for a given set of data. Okay, like I said, you can either use the ti89 or Excel. So I'm going to go through the ti89 first. But if you're going to use the ti89, then the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to access the data matrix editor. Okay, once you get there, you're going to enter the given data. And then finally, you're going to calculate it, which is F5, and I'll go through each of these with the calculator here in just a moment. You're going to choose calculate, the F5 tab, or the F5 tab, and then the calculation type that you choose will be number 4, EXPREG, which stands for exponential regression. Okay. So let's take a look at how that would look on your calculators. All right, so the first thing that you would need to do is access the data matrix editor. So from the home screen, that would look like going to the apps button, select the data matrix editor, and use current. If it doesn't pull up current one, you might have to give a name, and it can just be any name that doesn't relate to anything. You can just even hit some random keys to give it a random name, but you need to open up, make sure it says data here, and not list. I think the other possibility is for it to say list. And so make sure it says data, and then enter all your data. So here I have in my left column numbers 1 through 7, and my corresponding data points 96, 67, 50, 36, 25, 16, and 12. And so you want to enter the data into that spreadsheet on your calculator. Once you get all of the data entered, you then hit the F5 Calc tab. Okay, the calculation type that you're going to choose is number 4, exponential regression. And then just like all the other regressions that we've done, you want to identify column 1 for X. So we'll select C1. The next the next field down is our Y's, which are column 2, C2. And then go ahead and store this in store this regression equation to the Y editor. So I'm just going to store it as Y1 of X. And when I hit enter, it'll give me the form. And what I see here is it gives me my generic form. Okay, so I'll come back to this calculator here in just a second. But the generic form for your equation for exponential function is y equals a times b to the power of x. So that's what your calculator shows. Okay. When you enter your answers, you're going to enter it one of 2 ways. Okay, I give you option on this. This is my preferred way. I prefer that you take whatever your coefficient is out front, put that in parentheses. Whatever the base of your exponent is, leave it out, and then to the power of, and your variable will always be that last term, to the power of x. The variable is your power. And now if you type it the other way, a, and then put the base in parentheses to the power of x, that's fine. It'll be counted as correct, but I prefer this first way. Okay, so when you look at the calculator here, it tells you that your coefficient is 8.457, your b value, your base, is 1.418, and it asks you to round it to the nearest tenth. Okay, so when we look at that, we're looking at 8.5 times the quantity 1.4 to the power of x. So your answer for this is going to be y equals, in parentheses, 8.5 times 1.4 to the power of